Hi, I'm Susan from Inside Out Yoga. Welcome to your practice. In today's practice, I'm going to break down the actions of downward facing dog. The actions are by no means exhaustive, but I found them to be actions that keep my wrists, my shoulders, and my spine safe and healthy. So we'll start on all fours, tabletop position. Stack your bones by bringing your shoulders above your wrists and your knees beneath your hips. Spread your fingers. Look at the creases of your wrists and turn your hands so that the wrist creases are parallel to the top of your mat. For a lot of people, that means the index fingers are facing forward. So you can just err in any class of pointing your index fingers forward, and that's a good way to kind of know that your wrist creases are parallel. And then for a moment, without really doing anything, just kind of bear the weight on your hands and notice where the weight in your hands is. So without thinking, the weight in my hands is basically in my outer hands. So we want the weight in downward facing dog to be in the inner hands. So I'd like you to press down with your index knuckles and your thumb knuckles and press your fingerprints so that you feel more stability in the shoulders. So for a moment, kind of let that go again and default to where you normally place weight in your hands. Feel that in your shoulders. And then press your index and your thumb knuckles again and feel that in your shoulders. They should feel more stable, more strong. Continue to press your fingerprints. And now spin your biceps forward so that the eyes of your elbows, these creases in your elbows, face your thumbs. That's called external rotation. You can overdo that action. And when I overdo it, and I'm pretty flexible, I lose my index and thumb knuckles. So keep pressing your index and thumb knuckles, keep pressing your fingerprints, and rotate the eyes of the elbows to face your thumbs. At the same time, hug your triceps in, and then kind of push the floor forward away from you. So it feels like your forearms are moving forward. Great. Keep all that. Let's add the legs. Tuck your toes and push your hips up and back by pushing your hands forward and down. Push your hips so that the sitting bones reach for where the ceiling and the wall meet. Keep your knees bent. The primary intention of downward facing dog is to create axial extension of the spine. A secondary intention is to create length in the hamstrings. So you do that by straightening your legs. But if you're losing the primary intention, if you're losing your axial extension, if your shoulders are coming forward because your legs are straight, you've lost the pose. So keep your knees bent enough so that you can reach the sitting bones for where the ceiling and the wall meet. Straighten your legs if you don't lose that, and then really add the legs by pressing the inner heels to or towards the floor. Don't worry if they don't reach. And from there, lift the thighs straight up and straight back. You can't overdo the action of pushing your legs back. The legs will send the hips up and back. They're stronger than the arms. So push the floor forward and down with your inner hands especially. Push your hips up and back, lifting the thighs and pressing them straight back. Lift your lower belly so you're not collapsing in the spine, and let your head go 100%. Imagine your rib cage were an umbrella. Feel it opening as you inhale, closing as you exhale. Bend your knees, come to kneeling, sit on your feet. Close your eyes for a moment and just notice the effects of that practice on your body and on your mind. You can come back to this practice again and again and again to practice those actions so that your downward facing dog is safe, strong, and sustainable for years to come. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. As always, it's an honor to teach you. Namaste.